We thought that summer would never end, but it did, as all things must. And after that last game at McDougan's Field, the Sluggers drifted apart. I recently looked into where the old gang went, and I found out that Petey fought in the Gulf War and got a Purple Heart. He has a wife and kids. Later, he ran for mayor of a small town, and won. As you might have guessed, Roger left town and never looked back. Nobody had heard from him for years, until he showed up at our 10-year class reunion. In a limousine? Woodstock. Well, Woodstock really got into the 60s. That's a euphemism for ODing. Tony never did get over his anger management problem, but he did become vice president of Zanger Management Solutions. Lefty Lucy pursued acting and became a star, and I'm sure you see her frequently. You probably know her best by her stage name, though, Angela Bassett. Crutches never did walk again. As for Alan, he was finally able to get rid of his walking helpers. Oliver Specs may not have enjoyed baseball, but that didn't stop him from revolutionizing the sport forever with a little invention. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called steroids. Simon has perhaps the most fascinating story of all. In the late 80s, he's okay. The next summer, Basketball Larry finally scored a home dunk. It was later disqualified because there is no such thing in baseball. Sadly, Arthur Hobbs Anderson suffered a major head injury and remains in a coma to this day. You should go visit him. He'd appreciate it. The Bullpen brothers finally settled down and found a girl who agreed to marry both of them. I had dinner over at their place just the other night. We had turkey, and it was cooked to perfection. Not sure who this guy is exactly. He never introduced himself to us, or we to him. Cindy Fitzgerald and the rest of these people won a free boat trip. The boat sank. After he won the trophy for excellence, Timothy sold it to a pawn shop and got a great deal on a synthesizer. He still tinkers with it from time to time. The Gonzos, of course, went on to tour the world with their famous singing act, pioneering a whole new art form called music. Choked to death, cancer, chicken pox, President of the United States, stabbed. Third Dimension went on to become a famous movie director. Maybe you saw his most recent film, Avatar, starring the Wayans brothers. Officer Frank O'Carroll was awarded the New York City Police Department's highest honor for the capture and arrest of Jackie the Killer. This is Jackie the Killer. He shouldn't have come to the game. He knew Officer Frank O'Carroll would be there. My trusty baseball bat went on to have, well, only the hardest job of all, mother to 3 human children. Our coach, Captain Zapp, dematerialized right before our very eyes. Right now. After he tore his ACL sliding into home plate on a home run, Theo never played baseball again. As for me, well, I bought a house overlooking the old field. Sometimes I'll stare longingly at the people below, making up stories about what happened to them. It's been quite a life.
Ding dong.